boys. Yeah. Are we live now? We got the audio. Hey, oh, suck that Tiger dick, bitch. Let's fucking go, Tigers. Fuck Texas A&M. Oh, my God, dude. Oh, wow. Jayden motherfucking Daniels. Not even this fucking shitty-ass defense that didn't give him fucking more than 2 chances in the first half could stop this motherfucker from overwhelming a top 10 defense in the entire country. That's my fucking dog. Jayden Daniels, Brian Thomas, Malik Neighbors, Kyron Lacey. They some fucking dogs, dude. Catch after catch after throw after throw. The O-line dominating a good front seven. That was fucking intense, sketchy, but I'll be damned if it didn't feel fucking good by the end, dude. Let's fucking go, boys. Wow. Wow, season on the line. And LSU finds a fucking way, dude. Yeah, Michael Broussard, A&M beat 2 defenses today. I agree, Michael. That's a good fucking call.
No, LSU beat 2 defenses.
He said Jayden beat 2 defenses. Jayden beat 2 defenses today. Fuck yeah, he did, dude. All right, I'm logging all the super chats. We'll have him in here. Let's fucking go, boys. Let's fucking go. Tigers win. Jayden, I mean, look, man, he's done all he can do. He's done all he can do. If you like somebody who dumps it off at 10 yards and has his fucking receivers run for 60, that's on you. I like a fucking big dick, deep ball, fucking Ron Jeremy, make her choke fucking type of thrower.
What are you doing?
Jayden Daniels throws balls that enters the vagina and it comes out the mouth. Fucking Bo Nix. Bo Nix is Justin Timberlake in the Britney Spears biography. Put it in. It's already in. We get it, Nix. You short fucking average little bitch. You little fucking 5-yard dump off Chad Pennington fucking superstar. Nah. Deep dick energy only when it comes to JD5, the best motherfucking player in all of college football.
Bro.
Yeah, that's how I fucking feel.
I was a little, like, I'm not going to lie.
Feel,
our energy was so good to start, the sound was fucked up, and I got really pissed, and then you brought in the fucking Ron Jeremy.
That's what I was saying, dude. That's what I was saying, dude. That's what I was saying, dude.
That coupled with the fact that
that's what we're fucking talking about with Jayden Daniels.
Give me my fucking computer bag.
Call him Johnny Sins. Call him Kieran Lee. Call him whoever your favorite male porn star is, because you're going to look at Jayden Daniels and you're always going to say, I wish I was that motherfucker, because he is that fucking good. God damn.
Can you hand me my computer bag over there? It was sitting on your chair. I got my charger in there.
I don't think I have your...
I just see my charger in there. There it is. I just need this. Thank you. All right, what's up, everybody? Let's do our toast. Welcome in to a victorious Don Juan Cigar Bar. LSU beats Texas A&M 42-30.
Fuck you, Texas A&M.
It looked bleak in the fourth quarter with LSU trailing. It looked bleak in the fourth quarter with LSU trailing. Muse, help me out here, bro. Thank you, bro. Thank you. Thank you, bro. It looked bleak in the fourth quarter. Bo showed up. I don't know. That was no audio. That was like Superman shit right there. That was like Superman shit. Just all of a sudden you're screaming, Superman flying through. That's Bo Wegman. That's Bo Wegman's music. Anyway, so what were we talking about?
What we're talking about is Jayden fucking Daniels and the receivers taking over with some of the most incredible fucking passes and catches that I've ever seen in my goddamn life.
Do you realize that we're going to delve into this game? Well, fuck it. Let's do our toast first. We got to do our toast first. Come on.
Yeah,
I got a lighter. We're good. I got my lighter. We're good.
All right.
Let's do our toast.
Chuck, hold on to this.
All right, everybody, you know the drill. Raise your glass, whatever you got in front of you. Cheers. Tigers win 42-30. They beat A&M. Restore order in the SEC. Cheers. Take a picture, tweet it, share it, Instagram, Facebook, all of us. We appreciate y'all for being there. Tigers win.
Over the last 19 years, Texas A&M's average record is 7-5. It ain't even Texas 8-4, and it ain't tonight. Texas 8-4. It's fucking Texas 7-5 all over fucking again. And make no mistake, make no goddamn mistake. That was a top 10 defense in the entire country that you just saw these motherfucking Tigers on offense dominate, and we'll get into it. But we have to give thanks to our boy, Greg fucking Penn. Penn. Changed the whole fucking game.
Greg Penn with a third down interception changed the
game, dude. Let's fucking go, boys.
Thank God Greg Penn was on the field on third down. That's all I got to say.
Thank God Greg Penn was on the field on third down.
So our guy, to let you in on the joke, our guy Cliff, who he has shouted all year that Greg Penn does not need to be on the field on third down. And on the biggest play, maybe certainly the game, Greg, that's what we're fucking around with. Anyway.
Save the fucking game, dude.
All right, y'all. Thanks for being with us. If you're on YouTube, smash the like button. Hang on one second. Subscribe up to the channel. YouTube, please like the 1045 ESPN page. Share the post. Are we on TikTok? We are streaming live on TikTok as well today for the first time. Feeling out, what do you say? Sowing our oats, feeling our oats. What do we say?
Sowing your oats is when you get a lot of girls pregnant. It's what Genghis Khan did.
Genghis or Genghis?
I say Genghis.
You say Genghis?
I don't know.
Okay. Anyway, so thank you for being here with us. We'll get to your questions, all that stuff. We'll go through the game. Tigers win. We're brought to you by Got Lit Light Installers. Big shout out to Got Lit.
Love
Derek
Got Lit.
and the gang were awesome. Now Thanksgiving's in the rearview mirror. They are loaded up. They doubled up their staff.
My house is good to go, dude. I don't got to fuck with shit.
They doubled up their staff and still got sold out even earlier than they ever have before. So if you're interested, you better be coming ready to roll, because if you're going to get on their schedule and do it pronto, you got to be ready to rock.
Remember, they bring the lights.
Oh, yeah.
They pick it up. You don't do fucking shit.
Like you literally pay them, and they make your house look like the Griswolds.
That's what I'm saying. You don't buy the lights. You don't do anything. They show up. They do everything. And shout out to Home Field Apparel, dude. You already know LSU 23 at checkout. If you want 10% off, my girl Megan making money texted me this week. She was like, bruh, I need your Home Field contact because I need that LSU bomber. It could be yours too. Homefield.com, LSU 23 at checkout. Let's fucking go, boys.
All right. You want to give some overview, some thoughts? Do you want to go like big picture? Do you want to start with like Jayden?
Let me light my stick real quick.
I'll start. I'll start like with just a big picture though, because I think everybody coming into this game was thinking, all right, what does Jayden have to do to win the Heisman, right? I mean, that was our number one
goal,
thing,
number
for
one.
sure.
For the program, not just for an individual, for the program going forward.
So Bo Nix last night, Oregon beat Oregon State. Bo Nix played well. And actually, if you're following today on all the odds, Bo Nix overtook Jayden on a few of the sports books. Like DraftKings, at one point early in the fourth quarter, Bo Nix's odds on DraftKings were minus 160. He's now down to 130. So Bo Nix.
Wow, so it shifted. Hey, my boy Nathan, let's fucking go. Cheers. All the shots, all the drugs.
So we are. So I'll keep an eye on all the different. We'll keep an eye on all the different sports books to see what's happening with the odds. But it is reflective, sort of where the thought is. I'm looking at this. BetMGM has Bo Nix minus 125, Jayden at plus 105. You would have loved for a much bigger game statistically for Jayden, obviously.
Would you have, though? Where did we end up at, though? We ended up at a pretty good fucking spot, dude.
LSU ended up putting up a 21-point fourth quarter. Jayden Daniels goes 16 of 24 for 235, 4 touchdowns. And he runs 11 times for 120.
11 for 120. So he's going to lead the nation in yards per carry.
Yes.
That's a wrap.
He averaged 10.9 per carry.
That's a wrap. Today. He already led it tonight and against Power 5 and now in Power 5 competition. Don't hit me with that fucking bullshit like a lot of y'all fuckers were at halftime. No, this man is the best player in college fucking football right here, dude.
So Jayden had a great day. I think still it's one of those too close to call things. We'll see what happens over the next 24 hours.
Yeah, we just got to fucking cheer for Washington, dude.
Well, that's provided Washington win. Washington has to beat Washington State first. And set up the rematch next week in the Pac-12 championship game.
Washington's already in.
Arizona. If Oregon had lost Arizona, got it.
Washington's in. We now have Washington versus Oregon. That is confirmed after last night.
So you really got to pull hard for Bo Nix to suck and for Washington to beat him again. And
if like he did the fucking first game, guys. Everybody acts like Oregon won the first game. Bo Nix fucking spiked the ball in the ground on 3rd and goal right before half. Fuck Oregon. Fuck Bo Nix. Fuck Ryan Leaf. Fuck all you motherfuckers. Fuck John Canzano. Fuck all you motherfuckers that are out here with these fucking absurd regional takes. And you may say, oh, but T-Bob, you have a regional take as well. You know what? You're fucking right. And fuck you too, because I don't care. I've watched a lot of goddamn football. And that motherfucker right there, who I just saw fucking will this team to victory against a top 10 defense in the entire country,
right,
when his fucking defense could have stopped a 3rd-string fucking nosebleed. That's the best goddamn player in America. And if you don't fucking believe it, well then fuck you too.
Look, man, there's a reason that the Heisman vote is divvied up regionally, right? It's to prevent regional bias. And everybody's got it. But there's a very obvious conversation that's going to be had around the Heisman this year. And it's very, very direct. Are you voting for the best player in college football, which is Jayden Daniels, and that honestly that is inarguable. If you were looking at what is objective,
holding a fucking clipboard. Hey, let's see who gets drafted first between Bo Nix and Jayden Daniels. Ryan Leaf, I love you, man. I like your comeback story, but you're going to tell me that he's holding a fucking clipboard? Let's see who the bigger NFL prospect is.
The truth is,
if I'm a fucking GM, do I want to draft Jayden Daniels or Bo Nix? It ain't the fucking white guy who's doing 5-yard dump-offs. It's the fucking big dick dude who runs a 4.3 that can fucking throw 75-yard touchdowns on the end, dude.
The opposite.
Fuck out of here.
The opposite would also be true, right?
Sucked him a lot.
If Bo Nix transferred to LSU this year, he's holding a clipboard. If Michael Penix transferred to LSU this year, they're holding a clipboard.
No. So, like,
the opposite is also true.
From a logical standpoint, the incumbent argument is fucking unbelievably stupid. Nobody, but my point is, on the objective NFL, who do we want to draft? Who do NFL teams really want to draft? Bo Nix or Jayden Daniels? Answer me that. Answer me that. No, we ain't going to see shit. Because the fucking answer is the guy who looks like fucking Lamar Jackson, one of the best winning percentage quarterbacks in the NFL. Not fucking Bo Nix, who failed at Auburn and he's great at Oregon, but whatever, dude. He's fucking throwing. Like, watch over these next 2 weeks, depth of target. Bo Nix pumps and dumps. Jayden Daniels,
that's
like
their
I
offense.
said, that's what I'm saying. What does Jayden Daniels do? Deep dick energy only. Fucking making people, like, if Jayden Daniels was to have sex with your wife, you would crumble because she would say, oh my God, it's in my stomach. Like, that's what I'm fucking talking about. Bo Nix might do a fine job, but only because your wife thinks that Bo Nix is like kind of hot, kind of successful, and so she wants to keep him happy. When you hear, oh my God, it's in my stomach, you're fucking finished. And that's what fucking Jayden Daniels does. That's what I'm talking about. And that's what that shit was right there, dude. Ooh.
I mean, it's going a little overboard now.
My bad. Okay, my bad, dude. I'll dial it back, dude. No, my bad. You're right.
I mean, it's what the show's here for.
No, dude, look, I'm titty sweating. I'm fired up, dude. I got my tits just sweating. I'm sweating. Yeah, no. I got sweat all over me, dude. I'm fired up right now, dude. I'm just fucking, I'm fucking pumped about beating A&M. I'm pumped about how Jayden showed up. I'm pumped about how that fourth quarter suddenly turned. And I'm fucking, and I'm just fighting against this idea that Bo Nix should get credit for dumping it off to Troy Franklin at 5 yards deep.
So I do agree with you completely. That is their offense, though. That is Oregon's offense. Is they are a timing, rhythm, short pass, catch, run, and Bo runs that offense very well.
He runs
but there is an objective reality that when you look at like if you're just looking at, again, objective yards, touchdowns, all that. Like Jayden is far and away the best player in college football. The subjective component is, well, how do you interpret all of that? And so that's where you're going to get some regional difference, and that's where your team's win-loss record may come in. But it's fundamentally going to come down to, are you more interested in the best player in college football? And this game illustrated it again, did it not? Like where LSU's defense was total dog shit. Again,
they were so fucking bad tonight. It is mind-boggling.
Part of the reason why Jayden has had to be so spectacular is there is no point in any game where you can just sit on the fucking ball. There is no such thing as, hey, let's just chew 5 minutes a clock here. It doesn't exist with this defense.
So you have to have,
you have got to have your fucking foot on the fucking gas the entire game, like flooring it. There's no such, like, if you get stopped, you're like, opening possession of the game when Mason Taylor was a yard short, I'm like, fuck. Because in my mind, I'm going, I'm like, do you go for it here? Because in my mind, I'm going, they're going to get the ball in back-to-back possessions, and it happened, and they scored on both of them, and it's like, you're going, fuck, is like, I mean, think about how ridiculous, like, we all watch a lot of football. Think about how fucking ridiculous that is.
You're going to tell me
the opening possession of the game, I'm like, should they go for it on 4th and 1 at their own 20?
But this is my fucking issue with the Ryan Leaf take, and I like Leaf, that's not what I'm saying, but my issue is, like, you think Oregon would take Bo Nix over Jayden Daniels? Like, you really think that? Like, you believe that in your heart? You don't think that Oregon defense is miles ahead of what fucking Jayden Daniels has been dealing with at LSU defensively? If fucking Jayden Daniels was at Oregon, Oregon would be undefeated. Oregon wouldn't have lost to Washington. And it's not even fucking close. Put him in a foot race. Put him in a deep ball race. Bo Nix has become great. And so that's the other thing here. I want to be clear. When you're nibbling at the edge of greatness, right? When I'm comparing like two things that are objectively great, I'm not saying that one thing sucks. I'm just saying that you decide greatness in the margins, okay? And the margins aren't fucking close. It's not close. Fucking Bo Nix could not hack it in the SEC. He could not, and it's not even his fault. He had coaches and everything else. Jayden Daniels would, if you put them, if an alien landed and put Jayden Daniels and Bo Nix competing for a starting quarterback job, you are fucking smoking crack, cocaine, fucking K2, fucking Spice Gold, Spice Diamond, Prisoner of War. You're smoking synthetic marijuana if you fucking believe that Bo Nix would beat out, that version of Bo Nix would beat out this version of Jayden Daniels. You're fucking high. I've never seen Bo Nix run for 51 against Florida, 85, every fucking he led the fucking entire he led college football in yards per carry. What are we talking about? What the fuck are we talking about? We're talking about wins. Wins is a flawed quarterback set. Look at that LSU defense. They allowed a third-string quarterback in one of the most statistically inept offenses that we've ever fucking seen. A&M's offense was so fucking bad. They paid Jimbo $75 million
76
to walk away. And they dominated today. Think about that. Fucking really think about that. The offense was so bad they paid $76 million to walk away. And, I mean, what the fuck are we talking about, dude? And yet they dominated LSU's defense, and yet it didn't matter because Jayden Daniels is like Thanos. He's fucking inevitable. It's unfucking real, dude. Get the fuck out of here, dude. Yeah, oh my God, it's in my stomach. Exactly. That's how I felt watching Jayden Daniels tonight with Malik Neighbors getting the foot down in bounds. Fucking Kyron Lacey, after getting called for a goddamn bullshit holding where he's working his ass off, he comes back with a fucking touchdown catch. BT, fuck them all. What does Jay-Z say? Middle finger to the Lord, grip my balls? Yeah, fuck you. Except in this case, not to the Lord, but to the NCAA. Middle finger to the NCAA Heisman voting committee, gripping my balls.
Well, that has nothing to do with the NCAA. Oh, can we get the Iron Bowl on? Can you get us the Iron Bowl here? Don't forget. Can we get the Iron Bowl on here? Just when you get a shot. Yeah. Hey, you're good. Hey, you're good. Don't worry about TikTok. If we could stream live to TikTok as well. So if it works, great. If not, no big. Yeah, you're good. You're good.
My bad, Moose. Go ahead, dude.
Oh, Moose about to get an ass shot right there on the camera. Oh, no. Oh, he's trying to avoid it. He's trying to avoid it. Oh, he's trying to avoid it. Oh, get him. Get him.
I've seen this motherfucker do the gritty and make out with the hot blonde, dude.
Moose is going to his Aqua concert date tomorrow.
Good. I mean, what I would tell you is that Moose has more games than 95% of y'all fucking listening right now, dude.
There it is.
I've literally seen Moose pull a gritty in the middle of the bar and then fucking make out with the girl when nobody else was dancing. Ain't none of y'all motherfuckers done that shit.
Not a babe.
Guaranteed.
All right. You want to go through the game, or do you want to get to?
I think we go
chats,
to the game.
Or what do you want to do?
I think we go to the game first.
All right. There's a lot of things I think we need to talk about today. we got to talk about the game. We got to talk about bowl possibilities, although I know people don't necessarily, no one's going to be really excited about that, right? But then I also think we're going to talk about, we got to talk about Matt House. Because let's be very honest. If Matt House is still LSU's defensive coordinator tomorrow, what the fuck are we doing?
It can't happen.
It just can't. And y'all know long enough.
I have no animus. I keep saying I have no animus. I feel like I have to preface it, Matt. I'm sure you feel the same way. Like, we're not trying to be dicks. But at a certain point, football's a meritocracy, right?
Yeah, I was going to say something along those lines. You just stepped on me again. But that's cool.
It's in my throat.
No, it's in my stomach.
Oh, my God. My fucking intestines. Oh, my God. My intestines.
I mean, I know, like, I don't know how this season was the most, and I'm not into hyperbole. Like, I don't do absolutes, but I've literally thought about this in my life. This is the most conflicted I've been emotionally when LSU had the ball and when they were on defense. The offense,
absolutely fair. Absolutely fair.
I cannot. There have been bad defenses. 2020 was a bad defense, but the offense wasn't this good. I can go back to 1998, 1999. 1998 was a bitch because you were preseason top 10. You had Herb Tyler, Kevin Falk, Booger McFarland, all that great senior class coming back, and your defense sucked. Lou Tepper dropped linebacker. We know the whole bit, and you sucked that year. You won 4 games. You were 4-7.
2012 was one when you rolled the double coordinators and like
08. 08 was the co-DCs.
Oh, God, I'm getting so old.
08 was the co-DCs. But even still in 08, your offense wasn't great. But Paraloo got booted, so you've had
kind of good. You were kind of
but
through all the pick sixes.
Yes,
and shit. Yeah,
but my point is, there's been nothing. There've been bad defenses, but there's been nothing where the offense was this extreme. Like literally, you led the country in offense.
Yes,
you were the best offense in college football, and your defense was like all you had to do defensively was just be good enough. Just be good fucking enough.
Just give me one.
And you're a playoff team.
Just give me one, dude.
And like, you couldn't even be good enough. So there's no, like, I mean, I don't mind, like, some of the whispers are, it's not just House. Like, there's going to be staff changes on defense. It's not just going to be House. And I would be surprised if Robert Steeples is back next year. I don't know. We'll see what Brian Kelly likes to do. But you can't run it back and say, let's try to figure this out. And
unless you want to go full out Grinch and look at how that works out.
Yeah, but if it does happen that way, what that illustrates is Brian Kelly has complete autonomy, right? Like, he's got cover. He's got a 10-year contract that's 95% guaranteed.
He does have autonomy, but Lincoln has autonomy as well.
No, I'm not worried about Lincoln Riley, and I understand your point with Grinch, and you're not wrong. But I'm trying to keep it focused here because we saw this. Didn't we just see this manifest at A&M with Jimbo, where he had the giant contract that was fully guaranteed, and yes, he made a change and brought up Petrino and all, but like when you don't, when you feel like I can do whatever the fuck I want for the next 10 years, then you're not inspired to move. And my point is, if you're Brian Kelly, you can't pull back after this season and say, we're going to run it back and see if we can improve. You just can't do it. And what gives me hope is that you talked about as well is, of course, Polian was Brian Kelly's guy, right? He was his right hand.
Hand of the king.
Right-hand guy.
I mean, first hire. Hand of the king. Like, hey, man, we're going to reset this shit, me and you together.
And he fucking ran him out after 1 year because he had to, because the special teams were so bad. Yeah. Like, you cannot run back this defense again. You can't do it. And Matt House is a good coach, and he's had a great track record. It just hasn't worked here. So the question is, do you trust Brian Kelly to get it right? And I've said this a bajillion times. I look at his track record, and I look at Notre Dame, where he hired Mike Elko, he hired Marcus Freeman, he hired Bob Diaco, he hired great defensive coordinators. His one miss was Brian Van Gorder, who was with the Falcons, if you remember. That was his one miss. And when it went to shit with Brian Van Gorder, he fired him and brought in Elko. So it's like, I trust Brian Kelly to get it right. I do.
I do, too.
And I think he's also a guy that at 60 years old realizes he's here just to win a championship, and you can't win a championship with that defense. So you've got to go get it right.
Well, and, Matt, the other, I'm not saying this is fair, but it is reality. With, what did Stan Lee write in Spider-Man back in the day that's become legendary? With great power comes great expectation. With great money comes great expectation. Matt House is one of 5 defensive coordinators in the country paid $5 million a year. Or $2 million a year, excuse me. But you get the point.
Yeah.
5 defensive coordinators paid $2 million a year. And I know LSU is personnel. But okay, can you agree with this? What I'm feeling like is, as bad as it is on the field, what's actually screwing over House is they can't land the recruits. He's not connecting like Billy.
Oh, I think that's part of it. They're going to fix that too.
Like that, but that's what I'm saying. Like Billy Napier's dead in Florida, but they got a good recruiting class. Like if Matt House had like dogs upon dogs lined up, they'd be good to go. But he's just not connecting with the recruits.
Even if, like, I get it. Listen, what if you listed? What's the shit that could go wrong to cause your defense to be bad? Players, scheme, effort, tackling, like all these things, right? You could check the box on all those motherfuckers. They're bad at all of it.
Everyone.
And my point is, like, even if you don't have Glenn Dorsey and fucking Corey Webster, Chevis Jackson, you know what I mean? Like, even if you Travis Daniels, like Derek Stingley, Patrick Peterson, Mo Claiborne, even if you don't have those guys, the players you have are good enough to not be the fucking worst ever.
You can't be the worst.
You can't be this bad. I'm not saying be great. I'm just saying don't be the worst fucking ever.
Look, dude, I know we're going to go through game flow, but that 17-play drive to make it 7-7 was the longest drive A&M's had in 9 years. And it featured a 4th and 1, a 3rd and 3, a 3rd and 11, and a 3rd and 12.
Ugh.
And the only stop you had in the first half was a 4th and 2 that was fucking dropped. Otherwise, you would have been super fucked.
Old boy might have scored. By the way, that was the guy who had the 51-yard touchdown later on the catch and run.
So that's something else. Like, I know the Hesters already have 5 kids. There might be number 6 on the way after a fucking fullback scored a 51-yard receiving touchdown. Like
Katie just got pregnant while Jake was watching that.
Y'all have heard of the Immaculate Conception. Like, it's like Franco Harris on the Immaculate Reception, except Franco Harris just transported a baby into Jake's wife. I mean, you just can't have it. You can't fucking have it, dude. It's fucking ridiculous.
Rip to Franco Harris, by the way.
But this is the wildest part about it, Matt, and this is how you know the offense is great and the defense is shit, is that every time they scored, we were like, fuck yeah, more for Jayden.
More for Jayden, let's go.
More for fucking Jayden.
When A&M scored on the 51-yarder.
Even at the end of the game, we're like, don't kneel it out. Score.
On the 51-yard
backs. When Quinn Ewers is staying, Carson Beck is staying, Jackson Dart is staying. Like, transfers are going to come. And I know y'all love Bryce Underwood, and fuck yeah, I hope we get him, right? But 5-star quarterbacks never stay at your school. That's not an opinion. That's a fucking fact. The Athletic did an article last year where they looked at that. 5-star quarterbacks never stay, even if they play early. So the bottom line is transfers, in my opinion, are going to become more important even than your guys that you're developing. Or even if they're not. Fuck it. But if you could tell me that in 5 years you created 2 Heisman winners with transfer quarterbacks, well, then all of a sudden you become an incredible landing spot. I say, hey, why wouldn't you come here, bruh? We got fucking weapons. We got them fucking Louisiana dogs. We got the fucking bootleggers from Louisiana playing 7-on-7. They were 7 years old. They're fucking smoking asses. Like, you don't want to throw to Brian Thomas, Malik Neighbors, and Kyron Lacey? Get the fuck out of here. Who do you want to throw to? Who are you going to throw to?
Chris Hilton had a beautiful catch today as well.
Yeah, and Chris Hilton. I apologize.
No, you're good. But it was on the 3-play touchdown drive. He had the 25-yarder on the second play.
Well, I was in the fucking
But seriously,
car.
but think about it. I mean, Malik Neighbors is from the Lafayette area. Brian Thomas is from Walker. Chris Hilton is from Zachary. Kyron Lacey is from the Bayou, who went to ULL. I mean,
we produce fucking dogs, dude. We got fucking dogs down here.
Logan Diggs is from New Orleans.
And what's crazy, Matt, we are now entering a potential golden era.
Sheldon Sampson from Baton Rouge.
We got fucking O-linemen, too.
Yeah.
We never have O-linemen normally. And now we have Emory Jones, Will Campbell, Lance Hurd, Charles Turner, DJ Chester behind him. I feel bad for any O-linemen that are from Louisiana that I'm forgetting. I don't mean to disrespect you. My point is, like, we are at the best O-line in-state talent that I can ever remember. and you know we got fucking dogs on the outside. So if you're a quarterback buried on the depth chart, see what you about. You want to win a fucking Heisman? Look what Joe Burrow did. He fucking left Columbus. What'd he do? Look at what Jayden Daniels did. He fucking left Tempe. What did he do? You got to ask yourself that same fucking question. Arch Manning, Gunnar Stockton, Brock Vandergriff, you fucking white boy names. Like, what do you want to do? You want to be a fucking baller? Or you want to sit behind fucking Carson Beck as he comes back for his second year and have fucking Mike Bobo be like, God damn it, you got to throw that fucking ball. Fuck Mike Bobo. Fuck Carson Beck. Fuck UGA, dude.
The interesting thing with quarterback in the transfer portal is who LSU might be able to attract, and as a side of that conversation, when Jayden Daniels transferred to LSU, the NIL he got was negligible. He was actually pretty pumped LSU wanted it. The irony
and it was unexpected, right? Because like that's why they were so hard on bringing Miles back, and I feel bad. Miles got fucked. You know what I mean? You're like Miles ran into Joe Burrow and Jayden Daniels. That's kind of the point, though, right? Is that like that's why even with Nuss last year, I love Nuss, but like maybe you bring somebody in to challenge.
And listen, I think the best example with Nuss for next year is what happened at Ole Miss this year. Where you went and brought in, they brought in Walker Howard, but they brought in Spencer Sanders, who was a 4-year starter. And they said, they said, go compete for it.
Exactly. Who's going to be better? Who's going to win the fucking job?
Of course, you have the opportunity to bring in a quarterback. You do it. You 100% do it. And if Nussmeier beats him out, awesome.
Exactly. Great. That's what I'm fucking saying, dude. Football ain't fucking charity. Football's one of the few areas of life where it's an actual meritocracy.
Should be.
No, but like I'm saying, the literal entire theory of America is built on the idea that if you work hard, you'll get paid well.
Yes.
And if you outwork your fucking peers, you'll get paid better than your peers. That meritocracy all too often breaks down in the face of real life. As people, and I'm a Nepo baby, so I'm the fucking prime example. But as people that don't deserve it get promoted above you, right? But that ain't the case in football, man. If you're the fucking best player, you're going to fucking play. And so that's my fucking point, right? Like, you want to go earn it, fucking throw another talent in there, and let's see who fucking wins a job every single fucking year. And that's how you produce your best football player.
All right, we're glad you're aboard with us here. We're at Don Juan Cigar Bar in Town Center. Don Juan Cigar Company, the retail shop, is right next door. So holiday season's here, Christmas time. You want to get your sticks for your Christmas parties or just to stack your humidor or get the gift card for the cigar lover. You can get it here at Don Juan. Great place to come watch the game. You see, I love it when you always tell when Tigers win, bro. This place starts to fill up.
Out.
And when they lose, it completely empties out. So Tigers won. Tigers win today 42-30. Thanks to Don Juan for being our host all year here for Whiskey and Wine. Of course, we appreciate Got Lit Light Installers, GotLitLights.com. It's easy. Call Got Lit. They install all of your lights for you. They install it. They bring the lights as well. It's like they're not installing your lights. They bring the lights. And then when it's done, they'll come haul the shit away too. Makes it easy. You just pay them, and you don't worry about it. Your house looks beautiful. You're the Griswolds.
And obviously, Home Field Apparel. Everybody knows about Home Field. They're incredible. LSU 23 at checkout, okay? Look, this is the bomber jacket. Megan making money tweeted me earlier today. Now, a lot of you horny motherfuckers probably subscribe to her OnlyFans, right? And that's fine. That's all good, right? But you know what? You may need to save a little money on the side. You go to LSU, you go to homefield.com, you check out your LSU gear.
So
LSU, it's true though. LSU 23 at checkout, 10% off. That's tax-free, motherfucker.
I'm going to pin the Home Field link in the chat as well.
I should give credit to everybody who listens because Home Field is in for they were like a 2-game bye, or maybe they were like an SEC game bye at the beginning of the year. But all y'all motherfuckers performed so well. You used the code. Thank you. Their analytics said,
support our people.
They were like, you know what? We should re-up on our whiskey and wine investment. And that's what I'm fucking talking about, boys. Because, that's what makes this shit go.
Support our people, bro.
That's what I'm saying. We love doing this shit, right? We love fucking doing this shit, and y'all supporting our people lets us keep doing this shit, and I fucking love y'all for
And
it.
also, can we give a quick shout, since the season's coming to an end now, let's give a shout-out as well to our bosses at Guarantee Media who allow us to continue doing this.
Look,
because let's be very honest. Hold on. Wait. Hang on.
I like my market manager. I don't care for the program director, if we're being completely honest. I heard there were curse words on AFR a couple weeks ago, and I can't accept that shit. I really can't. And I think you need to have a serious talk. I think you need to have a serious talk with yourself about allowing the word shit to be said on AFR.
And goddamn.
Oh my God.
Russ said goddamn and Terrier said shit.
I mean, do you have to fire
Terrier
yourself?
said asshole.
Do you have to fire yourself?
No.
Am I going to have to work mornings and afternoons? You need to suspend yourself if you're not a little bitch.
Oh, go!
No, but in all seriousness, like, thank you to all the Guarantee bosses. We love y'all for thanking y'all to like.
Point is, it would have been very easy, especially in the early days of this show, for them to feel the feedback they did about us cursing and to say we're not doing this anymore. But ultimately, because you all have made this show what it is, and I mean that sincerely, that's not lip service. Like it's impossible to argue with numbers. And when you look at the viewership for the show, the sponsorship for the show, the amount of you that continue to support our sponsors, it's why the show has continued to build over since 2017 when Jordy and I started.
And I would also say, listen, guys, as much as this pains me to fucking admit, I had a low moment last year.
Don't do that. No, don't do this again. No.
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up, dude. I had a low moment last year where we had a sponsor bail, and I called Matt, and I was like, should I dial it back? Am I being too much? And Matt empowered me to say, fuck no, it's the show, do your fucking thing. And that does mean something to me. It really does. I know that, like, y'all don't think anything that's ever serious happens here in these 90 minutes, but I am being serious here. Like, that shit meant a lot to me. This motherfucker had my back. That's my boy. Let's fucking go. This motherfucker had my back.
You mean they don't think it's serious when you're talking about dicks going in people's stomachs?
Well, I think that's a good analogy. I still think that's a good analogy. Like, I think it's an uncouth analogy. It's a juvenile analogy, but it does explain. I mean, Matt, the stat is called depth of target.
Oh, no.
Depth of target is 3 inches for Bo Nix. It's 8.5 to 9 for Jayden. Like, what are we talking about? It's a legitimate.
3?
I'm not saying Bo Nix's dick is 3 inches long.
Okay.
But what I'm saying is functionally, analogically, from a metaphorical standpoint, that does play.
Oh, Auburn
anyway,
scored.
Shout out.
We got a tie in the Iron Bowl.
Thank you.
More angle.
I bet Auburn first half, and then I'm going to go hard on Alabama second half.
I didn't play this game. I didn't play the Iron Bowl. All right, let's go through the LSU Texas A&M game. Thanks for being there. If you are, please smash the like button. We appreciate y'all very much. Austin Kidder said, fellas, thank you for another season of entertaining post-game analysis, worth way more than the super chats and likes we give you in return. Great show, even with all the dicks.
My boy, Kidder, thank you.
All the dicks. I've known Austin Kidder since we were kids. We did taekwondo together, and I've done a few speaking engagements at various things where his dad is like president of a Kiwanis club or whatever, and he'll introduce me and say, me and his dad, we used to fight all the time. We get in fights as when we were younger, because our dads were in taekwondo together, so they fought at taekwondo. But people don't know the context. They just think our dads would get in fights and shit. Anyway, great. Shout out to the Kidders.
Also, when I've met your dad, that's a fantastic individual as well. So shout out.
I've met your dad
Moscona.
too, and he's a fantastic individual.
He is.
He's a one of one.
He is.
And both of you like to beat the shit out of people after LSU scores touchdowns.
Yeah,
what the fuck is wrong with you?
I'm sorry. Matt got upset.
Jesus fucking! It was the Brian Thomas touchdown, and you were literally fucking hitting me.
I don't know.
You were hitting me.
Bro,
You're a giant fucking human. You got hug me. You dry hump me. I don't care. That's all fine. Don't fucking pummel me.
No, I know.
God damn.
I just. I just got
Bobby would do the same. I told you the story about Bobby with Hannah, didn't I?
He couldn't handle it.
Bro, there was a time, I'll tell the story just in 30 seconds. The 2012 Bama game, it's Bobby, Hanny, me in the press box, and when they fumbled, Bama fumbled a punt or some shit, if I remember, at midfield, or maybe Lacey. Anyway, they fumbled, and we get the ball by midfield, and Bobby is fucking hitting Hannah. And Hanny looks at me, cowering, and goes, he's going to kill me. And Hanny's just, it's Hanny, right? And Bobby is fucking. How big is Bobby? 6'4"? How big is Bobby?
Look, I was 5. Yeah, he's like 6'4". He's a big motherfucker. He's a big motherfucker. Dude. Yes. I just got too fired up, man. I was so pissed about A&M. I was pissed because I had to drive home in the third quarter to drop a key off at home that I'd accidentally taken. And then Brian Thomas made I think it was BT. I don't even know who it was at that point because so many receivers had so many incredible touchdowns. I just got too fucking fired up, bro.
Right. Gulf South said if the Boston's canceled whiskey and wine, wouldn't you take it back to your personal channel? No, because contractually. Because contractually. Oh, don't use his last name. Don't use his last name. He said don't use his last name. No, because contractually, anything we do outside of guarantee has to be approved by contractually approved, right?
Yeah, but also, like, all you pussies.
But they're cool. They're great.
All you pussies should get out here to Don Juan for a game because this shit is the most fun fucking ever.
All right, let's talk about the game.
Let's get in the game.
Let's go through the game, and we'll wrap up. We'll wrap up with super chats, and we'll do bowl projections, and we'll do staff and all that sort of stuff. So real quick, we'll run through the game. A&M won the toss and deferred. They were confident in their defense. Smart
fucking choice. I would be too if I was Texas A&M.
And they got the stop. LSU went 3 and out. First play of the game, LSU went deep to Brian Thomas, and Jayden missed him. It was kind of a fucking sign of the game, man. Like Jayden was. There was another one later in the game where there was a holding penalty, on Miles Frazier, but he had Malik Neighbors in the end zone.
Well, so I would say the holding made sense as to why he was off, but there was the Malik deep ball that wouldn't have counted anyway because there was a holding.
Yeah.
But
that's what I was talking about.
Yeah. Well, sorry. I was talking about later in the game there was the defensive holding where he missed him. Okay, yeah.
No. The play in the end zone where Jayden just overshot Malik, where Malik got hurt. Malik laid out for the ball and he came up hurt. Anyway, so he threw it in double coverage. Thomas was behind the defenders. Man, how different might this game have been if he hits Brian Thomas on that first play? It's easy to say in hindsight, but he had him underthrew it a smidge.
It would have been different because we didn't expect Texas A&M to hold on to the ball for fucking 25 minutes in the first half.
Yeah, the final time of possession, A&M 36-39.
They ended 36.
36-39. LSU 23-21. LSU had the ball for 23 minutes and scored 42 points. LSU had 4 possessions in the first half. And going into the fourth quarter, LSU had the ball transitioning in the fourth quarter. That was their second possession of the second half. A&M did a great job executing their game plan, which was possess the ball, slow it down, limit the amount of times LSU had the ball. But ultimately, the LSU offense is too good, and they broke through.
Well, and so at halftime, I tweeted that, the LSU defense was smelting Jayden Daniels Heisman, right? Just melting it. But
they were.
I got a lot of responses with Jayden's stats, and they were like, what are you talking about? He's like, thrown for 50, run for 40. And I was like, guys. I mean, I feel you, but, do you understand football? You're telling me that 4th and 1, 3rd and 3, 3rd and 9, 3rd and 11, 3rd and 12, 4th and 2. You're telling me that every possession that Jayden Daniels gets isn't uber important? If you wanted to be a little first half stat Andy, and say, his stats weren't that fucking good, then you don't fucking know football. And the worst part is, I had a bunch of people respond to me that I believe that do know football, but they were just looking at the raw stats and not understanding fucking Jayden didn't get the ball because the LSU defense couldn't do shit in terms of getting off the fucking field. The only time you got off the field in the first half was a 4th and 2 drop that was wide fucking open.
They were 9 of 18 on 3rd and 3 of 5 on 4th. Incredible. Literally, the only stop you got in the first half was the drop 4th down. Anyway, so LSU goes 3 and out, and this is an illustration of the conundrum of the LSU defense. You get the ball start of the game, and Mason Taylor catches that ball on 3rd and 5, and he's tackled just short of the line, and you're sitting there literally thinking
the fucking yard.
You're so pissed. Should you go for it? You shouldn't be in that headspace, but we're all just affected by watching this defense all year and understanding what that meant in the moment. So LSU punts, Sage Ryan has fucking kick catch interference, so they get the ball they start their first possession at the LSU 48. They start their first possession in your territory because you get a shitty punt, a kick catch interference, and they're right there. They convert a third. They had 3rd and 5, and Harold Perkins came up with a big stop. That was play he was injured. He laid out and made the tackle. I don't know if he lost his breath or whatever the case might have been.
It looked like he might have caught like a cleat to the sternum or something. That's all I can fathom.
So they went for it on 4th and 2. They're wide open. They dropped the ball. LSU gets the ball back and goes down and scores. They got the offense going. Neighbors had a big 18-yard reception. Jayden had a 21-yard run on this drive that got you in a goal-to-go situation. That was the one where he went to the right side. What the fuck?
Oh, this.
Thank you, bro.
Matt, this right here.
What are we doing?
Hey, this is a zebra sauce pecan.
Zebra meat?
This is made of zebra meat right here.
This is zebra right here?
This is a zebra sauce pecan. It's a zebra that was killed this week in effort of conservation and everything else. Let me see.
It's not bad.
It's more tender than I thought zebra would be.
Bro, zebra's pretty fire, dude.
Really good.
It's early morning.
Really good.
Zebra's pretty fucking fire, dude.
Really good.
I'm not going to lie. We need to start raising these things here. Maybe eat them a little bit.
I would have thought zebra would have been more gamey and mealy. It's really good.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay, so 4th and 2, drop. LSU gets the ball. They score. Jayden's big 21-yard run. Diggs get the score. You tried to run 3 times with Diggs. You just went Diggs, 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 and finally got him. So you're up 7-0. I wish they would have snuck with Jayden, but I respect them not doing it.
It is kind of crazy how every time I see a running back score a touchdown, I'm like, fuck.
I know.
That could have been Jayden.
It happened twice in this game. But anyway, so you're up 7-0. A&M gets the ball, and this was the 17-yard drive where they went right up your ass for 17 plays and 9 minutes, and it felt like a fucking eternity because it was. It was 9:02 off the clock, 17 plays. They only went 67 yards in 17 plays. On this drive, A&M converted 3rd and 3 with a 6-yard run. They converted they converted 4th and 1 with a 1-yard run. They converted 3rd and 12 with a 13-yard pass. They converted 3rd and 11 with a 16-yard pass, and then ultimately Le'Veon Moss scored to make it 7-7. That was the biggest
play drive was the longest drive in the last 9 years of Texas A&M football.
Yeah.
Nine.
Britt knows.
9 years of the last Texas A&M football.
9 years.
And
how many times have we said that this year, by the way? The longest this, the greatest that, the most yards this against the LSU defense.
I know.
Everyone sets a fucking record against LSU.
I know. I put in all caps here, right here. That's some bad news, man. I mean, that ain't good. That ain't.
Well,
this
is where it got bad.
Tone for the game.
Because you're tied 7-7, and you're thinking, all right, well, the LSU offense broke through in the last drive. Just going to score again. Well, LSU went 3 and out, and on 3rd and 9 is when Jayden got sacked. So they tied it. They forced a 3 and out.
But again, though, let's appreciate how good this Texas A&M defense is, and that's what's going to be lost in all of this. This is an A&M defense that was top in the SEC in terms of total yardage. They were 3rd in scoring. They were 2nd in red zone percentage, allowed a touchdown. They were 1st or 2nd in 3rd down percentage. Like, this is an A&M defense that has been top 20, top 10 in the entire country all year long, and yet look at what Jayden and the receivers did.
Just for context of how good Jayden was at avoiding pressure today, A&M is number 2 in the country in sacks, number 1 in the country in TFLs.
Oh, I didn't even realize in the country. I just looked at SEC. Wow.
8.5 TFLs per game. They had 2 in this game. 2. They're number 2 in the country in sacks, averaging nearly 4 a game. They had 2 sacks in this game.
Yeah, fuck you, bitch. That's fucking JD5.
A big part of that is Jayden's ability to, even when he's feeling pressure, thank you, bro, when he's feeling pressure, to avoid it.
I mean, and he did it. And he did it consistently throughout the fucking entire night.
So you get the 3 and out. You're into the second quarter now. They drive down. They converted a 3rd and 3 with a 10-yard catch. Man, even when they were behind the sticks, like Braden Swinson came up with a TFL on 1st down. You're 2nd and 13. They get an 8-yard reception. It's 3rd and 5. They run for 3 yards, and that was a little surprising. Moose pointed this out too. 3rd and 5 at the 31-yard line. They ran the ball. I would have thought they're going for it on 4th down. If you're going to run it on 3rd and 5, you're setting up a short yardage where you're going to go for it on 4th down.
True.
But they settle for the field goal, and they kick it. They go up 10-7. 48-yarder.
A little echo of Jimbo right there.
Yeah.
A little Jimbo. Like, why the fuck wouldn't you go for it if you're A&M and, like, you have nothing to play for?
And this is where it felt like, and I think I tweeted this at this point, so you're late in the second quarter, you're down 10-7, the offense is doing nothing. It was like, if LSU's going to get going, like, Jayden's going to have to do this shit himself. Like, you're not going to be able to slow play. Jayden just is going to have to fucking go. On first down, they kicked the ball out of it. On first down was the deep ball on the left side to Kyron Lacey that he dropped. You know, or I'm sorry, it was kind of middle. He was coming across, and he had it.
Middle, but he had it. He just dropped it.
And he got hit and he dropped.
He just dropped
so
it.
it's 2nd and 10. Jayden runs for 12 yards, which was a brilliant play where he escaped pressure, and then they threw him out of bounds, and he got the extra 15. So, like, now you're in business. Boom. It's just Jayden. It's just Jayden making a play out of nothing. So you got the ball at the 37-yard line, and this was the play with the holding on Miles Frazier, where Malik is open in the end zone. Jayden overthrows him, and you got holding on
almost better that you overthrew him because we'd be fucking bitching if that was a touchdown and that was taken.
But do you remember what happened on 1st and 20?
Yeah, Jayden ran for a first down, didn't he?
Jayden ran for 23 yards.
I mean, he
had to take over the game, and he did.
No, but that's what I call the Joe Burrow effect.
Yes.
If we think back to 2019, whenever you had a false start, a holding, a pre-snap penalty, those are things that analytically are drive killers, y'all. Like when you get to the NFL, I remember having meetings. I remember Jeff Fisher and fucking Brian Schottenheimer sitting up there and being like, you know, when you get a false start, it's like a 10% chance that you score, blah, 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 whatever. But, like, that's how 2019 it didn't fucking matter. Yeah. And in 2023, it doesn't fucking matter. They're just too fucking good. They can just overcome mistakes because they are overwhelming as an offense. Overwhelming. They overwhelm you.
In 2019, you had a pro offense playing college football.
You have that now, too.
Yes, you had a pro quarterback. You had pro receivers. You had pros. I mean, even think about it. Cushenberry, Damian Lewis, Sadiq Charles. I mean, you had dudes that were starting on that line that are starting in the NFL right now. It was a pro offense playing against college.
No, but
it's the same thing now.
But I told you what Nick Underhill told me. He said right now all the scouting circles that he's talking to are calling Jayden Daniels, Brian Thomas, and Malik Neighbors all top 20 picks. And that's not even getting into Emory Jones and Will Campbell.
Who are the guys that aren't draft eligible?
And that's not even getting into fucking Garrett Dellinger, who's just been doing fucking the yeoman's just badass work all year long. We never give him his credit.
Yep.
Or Miles Frazier, who we wanted to shit on after FSU, but has been awesome.
He's done great.
And next year, Lance Hurd is probably so good that, yeah, you might move Emory Jones down to guard.
If Frazier leaves.
I guess he may not leave.
You could have. We'll talk about this coming up, but your entire starting five could come back. We'll get to that. So anyway, you end up with a 3rd and 3 at the. This was a goal to go situation. No, I'm sorry. It was 3rd and 3 at the. You were inside the 10. This was the rub route where Neighbors scored. He was wide open on the right side. Thomas is coming across, and Neighbors is open.
So Matt, and this is where
you score, you're up 14-10.
No, but this is where I have to give Mike Denbrock credit, right? Because all too often with play callers, we are results-based, and we're like, oh, this didn't work, and so it was an awful call. And because of that, I've said multiple times this year, I don't like Jayden being on the run. I want him in the pocket, and I want him to be able to create. And there's maybe some value there, but A&M was bringing pressure. And if somebody's going to bring pressure, getting on the run actually is a great counter. And so in keeping with that, they try to go cover 0. They try to bring pressure. Jayden gets in the run. Malik Neighbors is wide open. So credit to Mike Denbrock. Like, I shit on him so hard after the FSU game. I said, Mike Norvell's running a symphony. You're playing individual notes. And I tried to couch it in all this intellectualism. But Mike Denbrock has been proving all year long that he will forget more football than I will ever know. And that was an excellent call by Mike Denbrock.
With the benefit of hindsight, if we go back to Florida State, and if LSU finds a way to get points.
At the beginning of that game, it's completely
Remember the first 3 drives?
Yeah, it's completely different.
You got stopped at the 1, you scored, and then you got stopped inside the 10.
Yes.
If you had gotten points on those first 3 drives, when you were inside the 10-yard line 3 times, how dramatically different is it? Anyway, hindsight, but whatever.
But what's weird about that is, like, and this is where football's so fantastic and the growth of a team is so fantastic. Jayden didn't actually know who he was at that moment.
That's fair.
This offense didn't know. Mike Denbrock didn't know. They didn't actually know the heights that they would go on to occupy. Because in hindsight, that seems fucking insane, right? That they didn't punch those things in. But at the time, we're like, oh, yeah, it's Jayden. He doesn't know. And now we're like, oh, I mean, fucking, I would just Jayden Daniels my fucking 3-year-old's life. Like, life on the line. You got to get a first down. Okay, yeah.
Give me Jayden. Yeah, he'll figure it out.
Call me Solomon. Cut the baby in half, bitch, because Jayden's getting the first down.
The thing that sucked, so LSU goes up 14-10, and you're feeling like, all right, they got the lead. Get a stop here. Get the ball and score before half, which we've seen LSU do almost every damn game this year. Instead, A&M goes on another drive. They convert a 3rd and 9. They get 10 yards. They convert a 3rd and 7. That's where they got the 32-yarder, the catch and run on the right side. This is where the targeting was overturned, and Jesus Christ, if that targeting was upheld, they might have burned that motherfucker to the ground if that had been upheld.
I would have lost my goddamn mind.
But they had 3rd and 8. They get a 7-yard reception.
Sage Ryan hit him
with a shoulder. He just led with the shoulder. It was just shoulder to shoulder, just pop.
And I'm glad you can put the flag up. I know it didn't matter, but I'm glad you can put the flag up.
Sure.
I didn't know that you could.
So it's 3rd and 8. They catch the ball. You're stopped short for, so it's 4th and 1. They run it for 2 yards. They convert. They got a 3rd and 3, and 3rd and 3 was where Jake Johnson scored the touchdown. The pass to Jake Johnson on the left side, and he carried 10 people into the fucking end zone. So you go in a half down 17-14. They're getting the ball, and and your time of possession shit. Jayden's yards are shit. You're losing. You're feeling terrible. They're getting the ball to start the second half. Your defense sucks ass. They go right down the field and shove it up your asshole again to start the second half. And it's exactly what you had thought. They went 7 plays, 75 yards, 3:56 off the clock. Stamps missed a tackle on first down.
24-14.
They had a 33-yard catch. They scored on 3rd and 1, another 3rd down conversion, this time a touchdown, and you're down 10. So you know at some point in this game, because you're down 2 scores, like you're going to have to get a stop somewhere to flip it.
Well, and this is maybe where we begin to highlight Greg Penn, because it's 24-14. And this game ends 42-30. 24. Think about that. The game is 24-14 to start the second half, and it ends 42-30.
Yeah. You touched the ball for the first time in the second half with 11 minutes to play in the third quarter.
Well, and that's why I was getting so triggered.
So in the final 26 minutes, you scored 28 points.
But that's why I get so triggered by the halftime tweets of, like, Jayden has, like, 50 passing yards. Jayden has this or that. And I'm like, I mean, do we not appreciate nuance? You're telling me, like, that all of the missed opportunities, the 4th and 1, 4th and 2, 3rd and 9, 3rd and 11, 3rd and 12, 3rd and 3, 3rd and 4, that, like, if the LSU defense gets off the field once, you're telling me Jayden can't take advantage of that? Like, I summarily reject that opinion. I think that's fucking absurd. And I would say that we were pretty goddamn justified in how the rest of this game played out.
I'm not patronizing A&M with this, but, like, they executed for 2.5 quarters.
Dylan Sutherland was fucking fantastic.
For 3 quarters, because they led in the fourth quarter. For 3 quarters, they executed the exact game plan.
What's his name?
Jalen Henderson.
Goddamn.
From Fresno State transfer, 3rd-year player. Didn't play at all at Fresno. This Zebra is pretty good.
Not Dylan Sutherland?
No.
Goddamn.
Jalen Henderson.
Where did Dylan Sutherland come from? Is that
Nowhere.
a name, Musso?
Nope.
Have you ever heard of
that? You just made that up.
Fuck.
You made it up.
Anyway.
South Carolina had a quarterback named Dylan Thompson. Is that right? Dylan Thompson? Does that sound right?
Doesn't matter. It's not Sutherland. Never mind. Let's just keep going through game flow.
Yeah, his friends are going to be so proud of him. The guy that just walked by and, like, paused real quick.
Awful of his job.
His friends put him up to that shit, and he thinks he's so fucking cool for just walking by and, like,
he is fucking cool.
No, he's a fucking loser. I want to punch him in the fucking face is what I want to do.
You.
No, I want to fucking go punch that guy right now.
No.
You're fucking moron.
You're running a little hot.
We're so talking fucking cool. I walk behind the camera.
We're talking LSU. We're talking LSU
Fuck
defense. You're getting a little fired up, man. You're getting a little fired up.
He's probably a nice guy, but I don't care. Don't be a fucking asshole. I would never fucking do that.
Hey, but
I would never just walk by and be like,
how about this? Oh, fucking touchdown!
You might get closed fist punched in the face.
Fucking go, dude!
You might in turn around and hit me and kill me, but you will get closed fist punched in the fucking face.
My wife made my nose bleed one time because I was fucking with her too hard. I don't give a fuck.
She punched you?
Just straight in the
her,
nose.
bro.
She
You
broke my
deserve
nose.
it. You deserve it.
I did deserve it. I was picking on her.
You deserved it. All right, so LSU's down 24-14. They touched the ball for the first time in the second half at the 11-minute mark, and LSU did exactly what they fucking needed to do. 1, 2, 3, 4. They went for it on 4th and 4, and that's where Jayden had the 49-yard run. And it was, I mean, that's.
But where was that 4th and 4 from, though? Because that's important here.
First down, Brian Thomas had a 14-yarder.
What was the yardage? What was the
41.
yardage on the 4th and 4? Where were we at?
27 to 41. You're around midfield.
That's what I'm saying, though. Around midfield.
45. You're at the 45.
And granted, that is kind of go for it territory.
You're at their 45.
But at that point in the game, it felt like gotta have it because you had not stopped them for fucking
big call,
shit.
Like seriously, big call by Brian Kelly there.
That's what I'm
4th
saying.
and 4.
Like,
you're down 10.
We can't just overlook that. That's a big dick call to go for there.
So Jayden scrambles left side, 49 yards. You're down at the 4, and then this was Josh Williams' touchdown run on 3rd and goal. So you're up. So it's 24-21. You're losing still. You give the ball to A&M. They drive right down the field. They convert a 3rd and 3. Shocker. They convert a 4th and 1.
God damn it, dude.
And then this was a huge play. It's 3rd and 10, and Harold Perkins is spying, and he comes up with the stop on Jalen Henderson. And it forces them into a field goal attempt, and they missed it. They fucking missed a 31-yard field goal. He pushed it right. And this is where the game changed. They pushed the field goal. You get the ball. You go 3 and out, which sucks. And by the way,
it's kind of not where it changed, though. I think
I'm getting there. But if they had made this field goal,
it felt like where it had changed.
But if they had made the field goal, they're up 7. They're keeping the pressure on you, right? So you go 3 and out. You get the ball back. Slade Roy, shout out Slade Roy, because on this punt, it looked like Anaya Smith was going to have room to run, and Slade Roy made an open field tackle on Anaya Smith.
I heard that on the radio. That was
huge.
Awesome,
when you were driving back in my car, you idiot. Anyway, so they, instead of returning the ball maybe to midfield or beyond, they're starting at their own 31, and this is where on 3rd down Greg Penn gets the interception. And you kept them from scoring points. They missed the field goal. But either way, Harold Perkins making that tackle was massive.
So I'm a believer in credit when credit's due, criticism when criticism is due. The LSU
Shout out Slade Roy. You deserve credit.
Yes.
He does.
He deserves credit. That's Buford as well. That was my arch rival in high school. Shout out Slade. But
was he at Buford too?
I believe
Isn't
so.
Isn't that where the Fergusons were from?
Yeah.
They all came from Buford?
I believe, yeah.
I think you're right.
I'm like 90%
no, I think
right
you're
about
right.
that.
I think you're right.
And they used to beat her ass in high school in Georgia. I fucking hate him. But
shout out Calico, by the way. Go Bears. Big win over Curtis yesterday.
Yeah, the foot was out of bounds, but we don't need to get into that. I saw the tape.
It was scored on the next play.
Nah, bro, I saw the fucking tape.
It was scored on the next play.
It doesn't matter. The point is,
high school
Slade
refs, bro.
Roy.
High
I mean, what are you gonna do?
High school refs,
fuck.
dog.
But honestly, I'm good for high school refs. We couldn't play football without them. But whatever.
Fuck high school refs, bro. Y'all suck ass.
Oh my
if
God.
you're a high school ref, fuck you. You suck.
You're such a goddamn asshole. Anyway, the point is, the defense had been fucking shit all day.
Carl the Cat.
They've been shit all day.
Love you, Carl.
Greg Penn had been shit all day, and Greg Penn won you the fucking game. I mean, you cannot tell me that pick is not the play that changed everything.
It's 100% what changed.
And it was a hard fucking play to make, turning backwards, one-handed, and everything. And honestly, Matt, that's what a third-string quarterback should look like.
Yes.
That's what I'm fucking saying. Like, that's what we were hoping for the entire game. So, shout out Greg Penn. I don't care, whatever. If you do great when you're playing great, that's one thing.
Yes.
When everything's going wrong, who's going to fucking step up and change the momentum? And Greg Penn fucking saved this entire game. Matt, I've talked about it all week long. The whole 2-year tenure of Brian Kelly came down to this game. And Greg Penn literally saved Brian Kelly's first 2 years at LSU with that interception.
If you
had to follow up. You had to follow up, and everybody else did too. But you could at least say that Greg Penn set the table.
You were still losing at this point, 24-21. Penn gets the pick. The first play was Brian Thomas, the 13-yarder, where, he made the guy miss and went up the field.
And it was all radio. I heard it. Sounded great.
No, it was an incredible play.
It sounded
was
great.
bonkers. The second play was Chris Hilton for 25 yards, where he turned on the afterburners. And the third play of the drive was the Brian Thomas touchdown on the left side, which
that was right after we switched to the fourth quarter, right?
No, that was still in the no. We were already in the fourth quarter.
That's what I'm saying. I remember driving, and in the middle of the drive, I got here for the beginning of the fourth. That's when.
No, the first play of the fourth quarter was LSU's 3rd and 11, where it was incomplete, where Jayden was pressured. He tried to throw it to Malik. It was over the middle, incomplete. We punted. And then this
is never mind. All right.
Yeah.
Just continue,
anyway,
just continue.
So Brian Thomas on the 23, they reviewed it. It was I don't even think they fucking reviewed it. It was fucking beautiful. Brian Thomas's touchdown catch where he fucking mossed the guy in the back left corner.
It was amazing. Malik Moss, Tyron Lacey Moss.
Watch ESPN. Watch Countdown tomorrow, because you're gonna on You Got Moss. You will see that Brian Thomas catch. It was incredible.
I gotta give credit, Matt, because before this season, I challenged this LSU receiver group. We keep crowning them, right? We keep saying
they deserve it.
Like, oh, that's one of the best in the country, and they didn't show up last year. And I was like, fucking do it then. Well, they fucking did it all season long, but they especially did it tonight.
They were
and
awesome.
you saw, I mean, what's the
Except for the Kyron Lacey drop.
What's the whole, but yeah, drops are going to happen, right? But what's
Kyron had a touchdown, a great touchdown catch too, by the way.
You got to make up for it, right? But what's the whole thing we yelled about in the offseason was like, if you, like, fucking prove it. Let Jay, the whole thing we yelled about in the offseason was Jayden Daniels trusting his receivers. Throw it up, know that you have dogs, and then let them fucking make the play. And that's been there all year long, but it was really there tonight. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like Jayden fucking, he missed the wide open throws. The only ones that ended up in touchdowns were I'm placing it in a fucking, a little window that the wide receiver has to fucking just rip it down. I'll see you tomorrow. Fucking, I'm going to fucking that nutcracker lunch tomorrow at Log Cook. Anyway, continue. But the point is, Jayden trusted his receivers, and his receivers honored him tonight, and then some.
All right, so LSU takes the lead, 27-24, and you force a 3-and-out. And the sack on 3rd and 9 was Harold Perkins and Deshaun Womack. Perkins got him first. Womack cleaned it up. But it was huge because this was a sequence. Penn gets the pick. You score in 3 plays. You force a 3-and-out. This is where Clayton got the fucking punt return for 10 yards. I'm like, go down, motherfucker! Because I wanted Jay to get the – you start the drive at your own 47, and this is where Malik at 1, 2, 3 – 4. You had a 3rd and 9. This is where they had the defensive holding. This was the one you were yelling about, where the reason it was incomplete.
Well, it looked like a bad throw from Jayden, and at a certain point, if an elite quarterback throws something that looks like a garbage throw, you always have the hope that something had to go wrong, and the holding clearly is why that throw looked bad.
So you get the automatic first, and on first down from the 21 was a Malik Neighbors touchdown that they reviewed, but Malik in the air gets hit in the air and has the presence of mind to throw his foot back to get it full foot down. Now, it wouldn't have been a catch in the NFL, but I don't give a fuck. But it was incredible, dude. He catches the ball, and he's hit in the air, so his body is going out, and as he's going down, he has the presence of mind to kick his foot back to
what's
tap
fucking crazy, it's right there with the Alabama. It's right there with the Alabama catch along the sideline. Where he catches it out of bounds, and his foot
floats back.
His foot's floating out. He's like, skunk.
His body control is incredible.
I mean, and then to hold it through the catch.
Yes.
He fucking held it through the catch. They said stands, but they're pussies. It should have been fucking confirmed. That was a confirmed.
The only thing that would have been is if the ball moved and they didn't have a view that showed it.
But it didn't really move, though. He even had his arm
But you didn't have a view that would have showed it. But I get why the call was what it was. I don't even fucking care.
You're right. But fuck the refs, though, but I feel you. Yeah. Absolutely.
But I would say, look, man, of all the great LSU receivers, you can talk about things that separate. When I think about Josh Reed, I don't know if you remember watching Josh Reed. But
I don't really remember
the thing about Josh that was amazing was his ability to create separation without contact. He could change direction and accelerate at 100%.
It's like Justin Jefferson.
No, it was more, honestly, that was more Jarvis.
Oh, okay.
Jarvis trained. I remember having this conversation. I don't want to bore you. I hope this isn't a boring story, but you may like this. So Jarvis trained for Pro Day at Traction with Mac Chiuili, and Mac would tell me the most impressive thing about Jarvis is like how violent he was in his cuts, because he could run full speed into a cut and change direction. And it's like, how does your knee not buckle? How does your ankle not roll? It's just because it was so violent
You're
the way that
it's so hard that your body should not be able to handle the torque.
And Reed was like that.
Yeah.
Reed was like that, kind of like running, because he was a running back and he could change direction. Malik, I think Malik's greatest attribute is his body control.
Well, and what's the common denominator between Malik and Josh Reed? He's the first fucking LSU receiver to ever go back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons.
Did Malik break Josh Reed's record today?
No, because they fucking called that bullshit holding, dude.
Okay. I didn't know if he plays in the bowl game. Okay, so Malik said after the game he plans to play in the bowl game. That's awesome.
After the game.
Well, look, man, here's the thing. I'll tell you this.
That's my fucking dog.
So real quick,
neighbors.
and I know, real
dog,
quick,
dude.
I know I'm gonna say we'll continue, but I want to say this real quick so I don't forget the point, because I think this is important. I know there's a lot of people that shit on Kayshawn because it didn't end great. But one of the reasons that Kayshawn didn't opt out, came back, played, all that shit, injury, everything, was Kayshawn could have left, NIL, everything. Kayshawn would tell, like, this is a thing that mattered to him, was being a kid from Louisiana that continued that legacy that was Josh Reed, Odell, Jarvis, Jefferson, Chase. Like, that mattered. That mattered to Kayshawn very much.
Yeah, absolutely. JoJo LaFell,
LaFell wasn't from Louisiana. He was from Texas. But I mean, Louisiana guys that were ballers.
Okay.
So it mattered to him. And I think the same is true for Malik. Malik's a kid from Acadiana who realizes, man, he's got a chance to be LSU's all-time leading receiver. You go out there and play one more fucking game in the bowl game. Like, dude, Malik is going to...
Bro, did you see that motherfucker after the catch? I mean, all season long, he's just unbelievable, dude. The fucking... What was the play at the end? And I know we'll have our play flow. We'll go on, sorry.
Fucking hat horns out here, like fake fucking dudes and stuff behind us. It ain't funny. Like, we get it. It ain't funny. Like,
What?
that's the guy, like, that's what I'm talking about with the guy over there before. You know, like, when you're fucking doing shit behind the camera and all. They're like fake fucking each other behind the camera.
You need to focus in.
I am focusing.
You need to focus on the drive. I'm trying not to piss my pants right now.
Go piss.
Okay? No, I'm not. That's where we get your game flow. Go. Let's go. The point, we lost the thread. The point is...
Neighbor scored. You're up 35-24.
No, but Malik is fucking incredible.
They get the 51-yard touchdown.
You need to appreciate what you're
Malik's
seeing
awesome.
in Malik Neighbors.
So
he is Josh Reed reincarnate.
You're up 11. It feels over. They get the ball. This is LaTerrence Welch on the kickoff when he fucking face masked the guy. He whipped him around like a 360. Hey, LaTerrence, I love you, bro. You got to let go. You got to let go of the face mask. Anyway, they get the ball, 1, 2, 3 plays, the 51-yard touchdown to the fullback. Was a fullback or tight end? 42.
He might be a tight end, but
Whatever.
he feels like a fullback.
Yeah,
he's number 42. He's a white guy, and he's big
end.
as fuck, dude. He's a fucking fullback.
He rumbled, bumbled, stumbled, carried Omar Speights about 10 yards.
Congratulations to Jake and Katie Hester. I think they're having a 6th kid. As soon as a fullback scores a 51-yard touchdown, I'm like 90% sure Katie gets pregnant. I don't know how Jake's going to handle it, but I'll be there for him. That's my fucking partner. I love you, Jake, dude. I'll be there. If you need me to, help watch the baby or anything, just let me know, dude.
Like, you don't have enough on your plate.
I'm just saying, Jake. I got your back, dog. I mean,
so, anyway, they bring it within 5. But even at that point, did you feel stressed at that point? They bring it within 5? Because my thought was, fuck, great. Jayden gets the ball again. Let's go score again. Because at this point, you had broken the dam.
I mean,
at this point, the dam had broken. You knew LSU was going to score.
And
they did.
The insanity of this LSU offense is we're all yelling like, fuck yes, good. Yes. Like, I'm kind of yelling, get in the end zone, get in the end zone. Like, it reminds me of the Alabama game. We have my boy Scott Burns up here with me, and before half, like when it's 14-14, he's yelling at Alabama to get in the end zone. I'm like, bitch, what are you talking about? And he's like, no, we got to leave time. And I didn't believe. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? No, we got to stop him. But no, they left enough time. And it's the same type shit. Like, you score, fuck you. All you're doing is giving the ball back to Jayden.
I want to go quickly and make sure we get super chat stuff. So real quick. So anyway, first play was the neighbor's ball where he ran for 75 yards. They ruled him out of the 10, but they called the holding on Kyron Lacey. I know you had a problem with the holding.
I just thought his hands were inside. The guy never had a chance to make a play. I thought it was ticky-tack bullshit, but then Kyron made up for it.
You had the ball at the 40. Jayden gets a 10-yard scramble. You got the ball at the 26. Brian Thomas, they threw the jump ball to Brian Thomas, and he almost called on the offsides. They were offsides. He threw it up to Brian Thomas, almost fucking caught it. Anyway, but
I like the execution. That's what you're supposed to do on a free play.
You end up with a third and 4.
They jump offsides. Fucking Charles Turner snaps it, which is exactly what you're supposed to do when you see somebody jump off sides, which is a harder skill than we give credit for, and you went for it and it didn't work. But, yeah.
I was trying to make a smoke ring.
Oh, maybe so.
Still hard to do. Anyway, yeah, 3rd and 4, Diggs runs for 5 yards. It's a great play. They were running an all-out blitz. You ran the draw to Logan Diggs. Can you get it? Nope. It's hard to do. And then on first down was when Lacey got the touchdown. You go up 42-30. And that was your final. Tigers got to stop, ran out the clock, and that was it. LSU wins 42-30. Smash the like button on YouTube and subscribe up to the channel if you're new. Facebook, like the page, share the post. We appreciate y'all for being there. Y'all are awesome. Don Juan Cigar Bar.
Love y'all,
Got
dude,
Lid Light
real,
Installers, Home Field. Home Field's tagged in the post.
Also,
Code LSU 23.
LSU 23.
Code LSU 23
for
Code
Home
LSU
Field
23.
Apparel. Home Field Apparel, LSU 23. Check out 10% off.
Yep.
I also need to be clear about this, Matt. I made a joke that Jake Hester was suspended for Friday because he yelled at Brian Kelly about not playing fullbacks and that you can't bite the hand that feeds. None of that was true, and I had two people confront me as if I was like 2011 lying about shit. They were like, "But really though, but that's mighty convenient, guys." Jake was with his family. He went to Shreveport for
Thanksgiving. He took the day off. Like, I approved his PTO.
That's all I'm saying. Like, thank you.
Hester was in Shreveport.
He was not suspended.
It was paid time off. He took the day.
Suspended.
He was not suspended.
A very simple joke. I thought it was obvious, and so I apologize if anybody thought that Jake was suspended.
Can't do it.
But he did yell at Brian Kelly. No, I'm just kidding, guys. He didn't. Fucking relax. Okay. Super chats. Michael Broussard, Jayden beat 2 defenses today with a $5 super chat. True.
We got 10 minutes.
David Tolson, $5. JD5 didn't have an elite performance this game, but did enough to secure the Heisman.
So let me check.
He was elite, but that is an interesting. Like, I don't know, maybe so, dude. But he ended up with 4 tuds.
4 touchdowns. Look, let's be very real. If either way, it's going to be a very close vote. It's going to be actually cool for the first time in a long time to go to New York not knowing who the winner is going to be. And, I think Bo Nix is kind of the consensus leader now. He's at FanDuel has a -125, Jayden plus 115. He's leading at DraftKings as well. BetMGM. I'm trying to do this quickly. Sorry. Come on, load. Bo Nix is the leader at BetMGM as well, -125, Jayden plus 105. So Bo Nix has taken over the sort of consensus lead among the betting odds. So really what you need
is Washington.
You need to be gigantic fucking Washington Husky fans next week. That they just
Cajun Y, $5. I met Scone and Drew at Walgreens. Also met T-Bob wearing that badass Yoda shirt at Wild World Pizza.
Yeah.
Both are standout dudes. Go Tigers. Thank you, Cajun. Thank you, man. Jason Champagne, the Heisman with a 5 in there. What a privilege it's been to watch Jayden grow into the best player in the nation. He deserves to be in the company of Burrow and Cannon. I fucking agree, dude.
Hey, real quick, before we get to the rest of these.
He has worked his dick off to get there, dude.
Let's just be very clear. Bowl possibilities. LSU's not. With Ole Miss and Missouri winning, there's no shot of New Year's 6.
Ole Miss is maybe getting into the New Year's 6. Maybe after a Louisville loss.
Your best chance, your best scenario is Ole Miss, Missouri both end up in New Year's 6. LSU ends up back in the Citrus because the highest-ranked team not in the New Year's 6 from the SEC automatically goes Citrus. So that would be a best-case scenario for LSU. If not there, you're probably going to ReliaQuest, and Notre Dame seems to be the team that is targeted most.
That'd be tight, though.
But I don't think Sam Hartman or Jayden's going to play in the game.
No, but it'd still be tight, though. But that's the evolution.
I'm just excited. Like, if Jayden doesn't play in the bowl game, great. Let him go do his thing, and I'm excited to see Nuss.
But that's the evolution of bowl season, right? It's like a preview to next year.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, that's just how it is nowadays. Patrick B, $5, heading back to College Station to Ass to Mouth University. I still wish they would. I know, that's very funny. I still wish they would have let JD5 get a 5th touchdown at the end. Love you guys. Thank you, Patrick. I
Love
agree.
you too, Patrick.
It would have been tight.
Love you.
Peter Fernert, $5 or $10 super chat. Time to start gathering those receipts, Scone. I'm assuming talking about Jayden, which have all aged very well.
So I did. I think I mentioned maybe on Morning Scone or something where I was like, I did do a Twitter search of my name and like at Matt Moscona and Nuss. And the tweets are really fucking good. Like I want a freezing cold take every one of them. And I'm kind of waiting to see if he wins the Heisman. Either way, it's great, but it's y'all are all fucking dumb, and I try to tell you, fucking idiots. You're all fucking
Trombone
idiots.
Boy 981.
Not all of you, but you nuss bus idiots.
Oh
You're all
my
fucking
God,
idiots.
it's in my stomach. Line of the year. Shout out number 3. This $5 is for you. Get well. Shout out Greg Brooks, bro. Shout out Greg Brooks. Donate to Greg Brooks. Continue to donate to him.
Yeah, man.
Jeb Whitley, $10 super chat. Love you, boys. Thank you for the content. You're great. Go Tigers. Love you, Jeb. David Tolson, $5. I'm predicting Nuss will not be the starter next year. That bus has gone flying off a cliff. That's just a pointless conversation to have.
Yeah,
now.
let's not that.
Marcus LeBlanc, $5. LSU replaced the defensive coach. Who would y'all want next? An up-and-coming or a proven coach? I'm a basic Andy. I like Blake Baker, but I mean the point is like you just probably have to make a change regardless of who you like.
Let's see. So Josh Reed's record was 3,001 yards. What did Malik? Let me see. Today Malik had. All right, let's
Moose
the stats
knows.
real
Moose
quick.
was on it.
So
Moose
Malik had 122 today. So for his career, he's at 20. He's at 20. If they haven't updated this yet, he's at 28.58. So he's still, unless they haven't updated today's game. They must not have updated today's game. So he came into this one with 28.58, and he had 122. Right? Am I right on this? So he should be about 23. He's 23 yards away from Josh Reed's.
Which you would have had if not for the holding call.
Yes, so he's 23 yards away from Josh Reed's record.
Emily with a $5 super chat.
Okay, Moose said he broke Wendell Davis's career receptions record. Okay.
There we go.
So he's at 180. Malik came into today with 180 receptions, and he finished today with 6. So he's at 186. Receptions.
Emily L. Gregoire, $5 says, and how much would it take for T-Bob to be Santa for pictures tomorrow? I've been Santa before. It was awful. Dustin since that $10 super chat. Trey Day, $9. T-Bob, what's more exciting, the game or the fall of Hyperion? The fall of
you missed
Hyperion
this.
is fucking fantastic.
You left your book in studio.
Okay,
it was on the floor.
I couldn't find it, dude.
It was
Where
on
is
the
it?
floor right at the feet, and I was like, who the fuck? I was like, we all know who the fuck this was. So your bookmark that you had folded, I unfolded it and folded a different page.
That's fine. I don't care. I can find where I'm at. I fucking, all I'll say is.
The fall of Hyperion.
Okay, free advertising.
Who the fuck would bring a book into the ESPN studio?
Red Stick reads off of government, and they will guide you to the best books you've ever had. And Hyperion series is great.
183. So Wendell Davis's career record was 183.
Jacob Thompson, $5. Thank you. Reed Rule, $5. Is there any threat of Perkins transferring this offseason?
I think there's a threat of everybody transferring. It's NIL. Listen, I'll tell you straight up, man. Perkins would have transferred last year, but the powers that be stepped up and got him paid, which is great. Emory Jones and Will Campbell both had opportunities to leave last year, but they're fucking, like, I was told point blank by someone in the know that was like, those dudes are fucking Tigers through and through. They are not fucking leaving LSU. They could have gotten broke off and left. They both stayed. Like, it's the advantage you'll always have. I say it, I know all the time, but it's the advantage is the dirt. Like, there are people who were born in this state who want to put on that uniform and play in that stadium. It's always going to be a benefit.
Sean CM, $5. Here's to serious T-Bob. Austin Kidder. Fellas, thank you for another season.
That's the one I read earlier.
Okay, yep. Thank you, Austin. Gulf South, why let JD5 stat grab for Georgia State but not A&M? Because,
what does that mean?
Whatever, you had to win the game against A&M. It is what it is. Yeah.
What does that mean? How much time do we have? How much time do we have? Call the studio and find out. Just, bro, don't get pissed.
$9.99, Ricky Nelson. Late to whiskey and wine. Had to enjoy every minute being in Tiger Stadium. We made the trip from Iowa. Shout out Ricky. Go Tigers. Fucking suck at A&M. Michael Morris, $2. Auburn getting screwed by the refs. We're it.
All right. Thank you all so much for watching Whiskey and Wine. We're down inside our final 2 minutes. Big shout out to Don Juan. Shout out to T-Bob. Appreciate you. Great season.
Appreciate you, Matt.
Great season.
Dude.
I wish
E-Rock.
I wish the defense was better, but still,
It was a good year though.
we got to watch history with Jayden Daniels, and they're not
And
done.
Don Juan is fucking, bro. The
I know.
fucking community at Don Juan is just unrivaled, guys.
I love when they win, bro. When they win, it gets so like everybody
comes here to
out.
come.
When they
that's what I'm
win,
saying,
it's like
bro. If
when they
you-
win, everybody leaves the stadium, comes here. It's so good.
So I would say if you want to come during the game,
Oh,
it's very fun.
Iron Bowl. Auburn's down 10-7, just ripped off a long run with 2:15 to play in the first half.
But Don Juan's awesome. Shout out Brittany, Charlie, Zena,
Yes.
Todd,
Laurel.
everybody. Laurel. It's an incredible year.
Huge.
Clay Young, everybody has us out
So
here.
Sonny's wife said no bowl, whiskey, and wine. It really depends. It depends on
Are we
Oh,
gonna
we
be
got
at the
3
bowl?
seconds.
Oh, 3 seconds. Okay, I love
Don
you.
Juan,
Hit the like
got
button.
lit.
Home field. Thank you. I love you. I got to do a piss. Thank you so much. Oh my God, I got a piss.
Good bits.
Oh my God, nice job, boys.